Hello, my name is Đặng Thị Thúy Hằng. I'm in class 10AA for me number 2 high school. My teacher of English is Miss Simon. Today, I will present the past grammar of Unit 4 for a better communities. Okay, let's go.
In today's lesson, we are going to discover the contrast between the past simple and the past continuous. There are three parts in the lesson: past 1, past simple, part 2, past continuous, and part 3, compare. Are you ready? Let's go. Firstly, you need to know the past simple tense is about the past. Let's start by looking at the form of affirmative in past simple tense. We use the subject plus past simple form of the verb, which I call verb to or verb ed. For example, I draw a letter last night. For the negative, we use the subject plus did not or didn't plus the infinitive of the verb. For example, I didn't write a letter last night. For interrogative, we start with this plus the subject plus the infinitive of the verb. For example, did you write a letter last night? When do we use past simple? We use the past simple for finished past actions with the time clause or signal. A signal is a word or phrase that tells you when an action happened. There are some signals of the simple past, such as yesterday, 2 years ago, last week, in last time in the past, for instance, in 2010. Secondly, we move to the past continuous tense. Let's look at the structure of the past continuous tense. For informative, we use the subject plus was or was plus the verb with ing. For example, I was speaking, you were speaking. For the negative, we use the subject plus wasn't or weren't plus the verb with ing. For example, I wasn't speaking, you weren't speaking. For interrogative, we start with was or were plus the subject plus the verb with ing. For example, was he speaking? Were you speaking? When do we use past continuous? We use the past continuous for past actions that are in progress at a specific time in the past. For instance, I was singing at 7 a.m. yesterday. Last, we continue with the comparison between two tenses. If there are two or more than two actions in a situation, we consider to use past simple and past continuous together. There are two connections in the case. While going with past continuous, for example, while I was reading, my mom was cooking. When plus past simple tense, for example, when I was 10, I used to play soccer. When we use these two tenses together, we often use past simple tense to show an action interrupting another action. For example, I broke my leg while I was skiing. That means I started skiing in progress before I broke my leg. Broken legs interrupt skiing. We use the past continuous for action in progress. For instance, I was reading a book while my mother was cooking. Reading book and cooking happening at the same time, so we use past continuous for two actions. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. See you later.